The time is now to architect a life of excellence. What will we do? Who will we become? We decide today. This is Learn, Do, Become Radio with April and Eric Perry. Let's move onward and upward together.
Hello and welcome to Lesson 5 of our Holiday Planning Workshop. I'm April Perry, and today's episode of the podcast is going to walk you through how we're actually going to review and do the things that are on our list. Now, if you have not yet accessed the first 4 lessons of this holiday planning workshop, the audio is on your podcast. I'm broadcasting them on both Learn, Do, Become Radio and Power of Moms Radio. So you can get the audios there. But if you're thinking, I would love to have your templates, the videos, the photos, and the bonuses so that I can access everything that you have to offer when it comes to planning for the holidays, that is free for you. And you can sign up either at learndobecome.com/holiday or powerofmoms.com/holiday. When you were trying to plan, a lot of times we just start with a to-do list. Now, you're noticing the to-do list is actually step 5, lesson number 5. There's a lot that comes before it that's going to make your list short and easy to follow, easy to check off. So if you're just joining us now, I would recommend going back, listening to lessons 1 through 4, and of course signing up to get the videos and photos, because as I went through this, I did this in just a couple of hours. I sat down and went through all the 5 steps, and I took pictures and videos as I went to explain how I was doing it. By the time I finished creating this resource, I felt so good about the upcoming holiday. And the great thing is that as you go through this process, you start learning how you can simplify. You learn how you can breathe through it. You learn how to get on the same page with your family and how to make expectations reasonable. Instead of just waiting till the last minute and maybe spending more money than you have or committing more time than you have, you're going to learn how to make wise decisions. At Learn, Do, Become and at Power of Moms, we're here to take care of our community. We want you to help get out of that overwhelm so you can feel excited about your life every single day. I hear a lot of people kind of groan about the holidays. Oh, so much to do, so busy, so crazy. But we actually have the ability to make this doable. And that's why we've created this holiday planning workshop for you. So again, please sign up at learndobecome.com/holiday or powerofmoms.com/holiday. They go to the same page. But enjoy today's audio. And if you want to see the video that goes with this, because I'm guessing you will, make sure you come and sign up because it's going to help you to be able to get more of a visual on what we're talking about today. Okay, enjoy. We'll see you soon. You are now here in Lesson 5, which is our final lesson for the Learn, Do, Become holiday workshop. Now we're going to talk about how we actually take all these ideas that we've discussed and we've brainstormed and we've organized and how we actually get them to happen during a busy day. Now we have a podcast at learndobecome.com. This is episode number 26 that talks about 5 things that you can use to get organized. That includes a calendar, a routines list, a current projects list, a next actions list, and emails to 0. To find out more about this, you can go to learndobecome.com/episode 26. Okay, and that will take you there to learn more about all of that. But you don't need that right now because I'm going to show you how we're going to basically use these 4 things: your calendar, routines, current projects, and your next actions. First, I'm going to show you how we're going to do this with paper, and then I'll talk with you about how we would do it inside of Asana. All right, starting with the paper version. Remember, I had the big sheet of paper that was organized by time frame with early November through December, and I had my Post-it notes with all of my sub-projects and tasks just kind of thrown on there so that they were just in the right time frame, but not necessarily organized further. So what I did with those is I created a current projects list for the month. Every month I have about 7 or 8 projects that I'm working on. So I'll show you here for November. I have one project for me, which is getting my sleep figured out. I have 3 projects for my family. Now, all of these right now are related to my Christmas planning. So I pulled these 3 projects out of all those Post-it notes that I had written down for early November. I'll add the ones for mid-November and after Thanksgiving later, after these are done. And then under Beyond, I just have a couple of things that I'm working on professionally. Next, I've created a next actions list, which organizes very specific, simple, one-step tasks by where you are when you're getting them done. So I have a little bookmark inside of my Franklin Covey planner, and it has little sections organized by home, phone, computer, errands, and then a little heart for to discuss. So if you look closely, you'll notice I put things on there like texting the family to get that photo for my dad, that's under phone, or under computer, it talks about draft 1 of the newsletter and order these boardwalk cards that I'm getting. And under to discuss, you'll see things like choosing our family photo, getting addresses and labels, and talking to Grace about designing the card. So I took some of those little next steps out of the current projects list to put them on my list for this week. Then next week, if there's anything that's not finished or things I need to add on, I get a brand new card for every week. You could easily do this with a Post-it note or a piece of paper, or again, you can use an app, and I'll just show you some ways that you can do that in a minute. Going back to this photo I showed you earlier, just looking at routines and calendar because we haven't touched on that yet. If there's anything calendar specific, like, oh, I need to send that text on Sunday, or I need to place that order on Thursday, or something like that, you go ahead and write that on your calendar, or you make it a calendar trigger that will pop up when you open up your digital calendar. That way you can put anything date specific in there and you're not going to worry about it. Also, I have a routine. This just stands for daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly. I have a daily routine that I look at my current projects list and I work on projects. I leave time in my day to be able to do project work so that if there's something like, oh yeah, I'm working on that Christmas card, or we're decluttering this specific room, or I'm working on this new system in my business, that I have time each day to work on the most important projects. It doesn't mean that I work on every project every day, but I do have project time built into my routine. That's helpful because then I don't need to put deadlines for every single component of every single project. I just know when I have energy, part of my routine is to work on those. So hopefully that can help you as well. All right, now we're going to go into Asana and talk about how we could turn this long list into current projects and next actions. So first, I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the Post-its. I had all these different tasks and sub-projects written on those Post-it notes. And remember, I consolidated them into 3 different projects. Same thing here. Designing the Christmas card or creating the Christmas card actually includes everything all the way to here. So I'm going to take these, and I'll actually show you how I do it. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to press Shift, and then I come all the way down to here. Then I'm going to press Command C to copy. All right, now they're copied, so I can press Tab Delete, I'm on a Mac, in order to make those go away. So then what I'll do here is I'm just going to write Christmas card, and then I'll say C subtasks, because sometimes I forget they're there. So I'm going to click over here, and then see how you can create additional subtasks, and I'm pressing Command V for paste. Now that's giving all of these additional steps a place to go. And I can come back here, and now it's just one project. Now this one, initial calendaring with Eric and order boardwalk cards for family, those are 2 additional projects. This one is just a single step to prepare for creating my dad's card, which I'm going to do later. As I was organizing my Post-it notes and putting things onto my current projects list, I just took that task out and I wrote it down on my calendar to do on Sunday. So I could do something similar here and just take that task, have it due on Sunday, and have it be assigned to me. That way, I just know it'll pop up under my tasks, but I don't need to think about it as a separate project. One final thing that I'll cover, because you can go and do the exact same thing with mid-November, loading more subtasks, working on that through after Thanksgiving, December, if you want to combine any additional projects. But I do want to talk about how you could make something into a next actions list. Because you'll notice I don't have things organized by, home, phone, computer, to discuss, errands, things like that on here. But you could do something like that if you wanted to. Now, I could assign due dates to any of these. I can assign any of them to me if I want them to pop up into my tasks. Remember, though, that I have a routine every day that I'm working on projects. So I don't like to put deadlines on here because my schedule is very flexible. I just like to be able to know, hey, here are the main things I'm working on. But let's say I did want to work on designing the Christmas card, and mainly this is a discussion with our daughter because she wanted to do it. I could go ahead into this subtask and I could assign it a tag. So the way you do it is you come into Asana and it just says tags, and then I would say something like to discuss. And then that would be a new tag, but I could go ahead and just create that, and I can assign it a color if I'd like. Then I could go back here to these other subtasks and say, okay, writing the newsletter, this is something that I would do at the computer. So I would just come in here, tags, and I would just say computer. And then maybe I give that a color of blue or something like that. Okay. So that way, if I ever want to search by tags, I can do that. And Asana has a great phone app as well. So just a fun thing that you can do as much or as little as you would like. But that does give you the ability to create the next actions list. All right, so I hope that you're feeling excited about utilizing your calendar, routines, your current projects list, your next actions list, and maybe you have your emails to zero already through our free training that we have available at learndobecome.com. All of this is supported inside of our Steps to Everyday Productivity program. If you want to learn how to build a whole Command Central and be able to get all of your paper piles and digital piles and really get your mind feeling in order and totally clear, that's what we do in our Steps to Everyday Productivity program. And you can find out more at learndobecome.com/step. I hope that you have enjoyed this holiday planning workshop. We would love to have you be an active member of our Learn, Do, Become community. Please make sure you visit us often at learndobecome.com. And again, if you want to learn more about our STEP program, you can go to learndobecome.com/step. Have an amazing day, and I hope that your holiday season is the best one yet. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, I recognize that what you just listened to was the audio that goes with the video explaining how you can put your list together. If you want to see that video, please make sure you do come sign up at learndobecome.com/holiday or powerofmoms.com/holiday. I have so enjoyed creating this collaborative effort between Power Moms and Learn, Do, Become so we can really serve both communities. I love the work that I get to do to be able to strengthen people around the world. And I'm so, so grateful you're here. So please come sign up, share it with your friends, and we will see you soon at learndobecome.com. And if you're a mom, at powerofmoms.com.